All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trade and Build Wealth. I am Sarthak, and this is my first episode of our weekly market update. Every week, we will look at what's happening across global financial markets, identify where the opportunity may be developing to make money, and understand the reason behind market movements based on structured, rule based approach. The objective of this series is very simple to help you understand market better, not by following any tips or any prediction. I'm not going to give you that, but by learning how to analyze them yourself. So let's get started. Yay! All right, so we'll begin with a bird's eye view of the global market. So, what I do is a top down approach where we first look into the global market, the world markets. We'll look at USA, we'll look at Europe, Asia, and other major markets to understand where institutional money is flowing, which regions are currently showing strength and momentum. We'll identify which markets are bullish, which markets are bearish, which markets are moving in a sideways direction, and which market is beginning to trend. This is also interesting. Understanding the overall market environment is really important because it helps us avoid trading against the global broader trend. Once we understand the global market, the world market, will go one step down, which will be your European market, how European market as a whole is functioning. Then we'll go one step more down in the pyramid to see the aerial view, how each country in the European Union or Europe is basically functioning, which country is showing strength as compared to the others. And then we'll go into a more deeper level called drone level, meaning just below the country level, to see which sectors are performing and showing strength here. And finally, we'll go and drill down into which stocks are in the momentum and how one can identify it based on which sector is it, and find the right stock for us to go into and track it in that direction. All right, let's start with the satellite view, which is the world markets here. So we'll first have a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones is from the US market. Here we have the monthly chart. Here we have the week, which is long-term chart. Here we have a weekly chart, which is kind of in the middle, which is kind of a midterm view. And then at the left-hand side, we have the daily chart, which is a short-term view. And so if I look at Dow Jones, long term and mid term, both monthly and weekly are bullish. Daily is also bullish. So all three are bullish here. Then S&P 500 here is also monthly and weekly bullish. Daily is little bit sideways. So generally in technical analysis, we have three outcomes. So you have either the market is bullish, so going up, bearish, going down, or sideways, just being there. I'll be explaining this more in my free masterclass, which I am conducting on 18th and 19th of July. So feel free to register that to get to know more about it. For now, I'll be using some terms which might be a little bit confusing, but go ahead with it for now. Okay, then let's go further. So we have NASDAQ. NASDAQ is also on monthly and weekly bullish. Daily is similar to S&P 500. It's consolidating. Now, so overall, US market is bullish, so which is a good thing. Now let's look into the Asian market. In Asian market, we have Japan, which is on monthly also bullish. Weekly is also bullish. So midterm and long term are bullish. They had a good run overall. And daily is now a little bit tired, so a little bit consolidating here. Korean market also had a really good run on monthly chart. So it continuously went from 2,600 in almost an year or so to 8,000, 9,000. So monthly and weekly are bullish here. Daily is a little bit consolidating here. China, this is the only market which is currently in the bearish zone. Yeah, so it's falling right now, making lower bottoms here. So it's in the bearish zone, not sideways or bullish right now. Indian market is more sideways and getting more towards the bullish zone right now. It had a really big fall here, and now it's trying to consolidate back. Middle Eastern market, Saudi is completely sideways for now. Yeah. Many people ask me, how do I decide whether a market is bearish or bullish or sideways? So I use a combination of price action, market structure, technical analysis, and a technical indicator, a momentum indicator called RSI. This is a unconventional RSI which I use to access momentum. So, for example, if you have a car which is going at 160 kilometers per hour, 20 kilometers per hour, 60 kilometers per hour, RSI does the same thing here for stocks. I don't listen to any news or opinions or anything in that direction. I prefer following objective rules to help me make a consistent decision in going forward. And this is what I'll be teaching in my free masterclass, which I'm conducting on 18th and 19th of July. This month, we'll be going through how I use RSI to find out momentum stocks and momentum sectors and where and how it happens. And if you are interested into it, please register for the free masterclass on 18th and 19th of July. Link is in the description below. Then let's have a look into the global commodities. So we have crude, which was at all-time high during the war, and now it's coming back. It's on a bearish route, and it's coming back to its original price position, which is a good sign for us in terms of stock market. Copper is sideways for now. Gold had a really good run in the last years. Now it's mostly consolidating. So the main run is over. It will consolidate for a period of time now. Silver is similar to gold. It also went to an all-time high. Now it's dropped more than 50% back, and it is also consolidating now. Bitcoin, this is one of the major cryptocurrencies in the world. So here, I don't personally trade on it, to be honest, but I have a view here because a lot of money is invested here, and if it falls, then people generally should not do it, but they take money out of a profitable position. So one should also have a track here. This has been also falling. Now it's at a major support zone, and it's trying to consolidate. All right. So if I look at the overall world market view, US market is bullish. Commodities are also, crude is falling, which is a good sign. Gold and silver are sideways. And Asian market is also mostly bullish apart from China. And rest of them are also sideways. So there is no major problem in the global market perspective. Now let's have a deeper look into Europe as a continent itself. What is happening here? So Euro stocks basically tracks Europe here, and it's at almost at all-time high, bullish. So if you see all three, long-term, mid-term, and medium-term are at its all-time high position, which is a really good sign for us. Now let's go into aerial view, where we look into country indexes for every country, major countries within Europe to see who is the most showing strength and going into momentum here. Okay, so let's have a look at Spain. So Spain is really bullish. It's going like a rocket almost. All three monthly, weekly, daily are above, and even the speedometer is really running fast. So it's really nice. Then we have the Ireland. Ireland is also similar to Spain. It's also bullish on midterm, long term, and daily, short term charts, which is really good. Belgium is also similar to Spain, a little bit less, but it's also going good. It's also very bullish. Swiss market is also on a all-time high, bullish, so it's really nice. Netherlands, monthly and weekly are bullish, not as bullish as I would say Spain and others, which we saw. Daily is still, there's a resistance here which has to be cleared out, around 1092. So that has to be part, but is also coming into the bullish zone. Italy is similar to the Netherlands. It's also in the bullish zone for all the three charts. It has a daily resistance which needs to cross, but overall it's also good. Austria is similar to Italy. Monthly and weekly are bullish. Daily there's a resistance which needs to be crossed, but overall this is also very bullish. Poland, this has a resistance. It has to cross that. Until it crosses it, only monthly and weekly are bullish. Daily resistance has to be crossed here. But in and all, the undertone is still bullish here. UK is trying to get into bullish zone. There's a monthly resistance here, which still needs to be crossed around 10,900 here. and this is also from, so it is bullish, but there is a resistance, and resistance basically means there's a ceiling on top, and once it hit, it is a probability that it might come down. If it breaks it up, then that's a good sign. Then we have Germany. Germany is also all three RSIs above 60. It's breaking in the resistance zone. It still has to break the resistance zone more better. There's a good follow through. Let's see. It's going. It is still bullish with the resistance there. Then we have Sweden. This is similar to Germany. It's also with the bullish with the resistance and it's trying to break it. If it sustains, then it's a good sign in Sweden as well that market is going bullish there. Portugal is a little bit weaker than the rest of them for now. There's a monthly resistance which it needs to cross, and it's trying to get into the bullish zone. France is for now a little bit sideways. It needs to break that resistance and move up. If it does, then it goes into the bullish zone. Denmark is also sideways. Daily is bullish. It's trying to get into the bullish. The short term is gone into bullish zone. Midterm and long term has still needs to do much better to go into completely bullish zone here. Norway is also the long term is bullish. Midterm and side term is kind of sideways for now. Finland is similar to Norway. Here also long term is bullish, but mid-term and short term is sideways. Luxembourg is similar. It's mid-term and short term is sideways, long term is bullish here. So if I have a look in the overall Europe, most of the countries are in the bullish to very bullish region. Some of them are sideways, but no one is in the bearish zone or falling zone, which is a really good sign. So overall market is trending towards the bull zone, which is a good sign here. Let's have a look one step more down to see which sectors. So this is called drone view, which sectors are basically performing. So in Europe, one of the major sectors which is performing is the banking sector and financial sector. So it is at all-time high right now. And if banking sector is performing good, banking is the backbone of every country. If banking sector is performing good, the country is performing also good. So this is how we see the charts. Financial sector also made a breakthrough in for the whole Europe zone, so which is a good sign. So financial sector is also bullish now. And the third sector, which is coming out of the sideways zone, is insurance sector, which is also getting bullish. So this is a really good sign. So we had a look at the European sector. Now we will have a look into what countries were more bullish for us, and which and combine those countries with the sector here. The Spain sector for bank is also very bullish right now at all-time highs, which is a really good sign. Spain financial sector is also bullish, which is also a really good sign at all-time high. And Belgium financial sector is also at all-time high, which is a really good thing. Germany's insurance sector has had made a breakthrough, which is a good sign. So it has entered into a bullish zone. So let's go there. So we now combine both of them, and now we will go one step more down to see which stocks we need to focus on next week, or I'll be focusing on next week and tracking and where I can find my position based on that report. Now, this is from Spain country, banking sector, stock called Banco Salander. Uh, this stock has been identified based on a cup strategy. And yeah, so this is one of the strategy which I'll be also teaching in my masterclass here on 18 and 19, and how this is one of my most profitable strategy which I use and very simple to use. So yeah, so this is Blanco Salamander. This will be one of the stocks which I'll be tracking. Then there's another stock from Spain, banking sector, same cup stock, Blanco Bilbao, which I'll be tracking for the next weeks. And then from Belgium finance sector, there's another stock called KBC Ancora, which I'll be tracking for myself to see how I can. But this one still has a resistance, so I need to wait until the resistance get cleared out comfortably, and then I can go into this stock as well. And from Germany insurance sector, Allianz made a breakthrough after 25 years almost. So let's see if it sustains it. and moves forward, then this will also be a. If you like to learn this complete process step by step in a structured way, I like you to invite you to my free live masterclass, which is on 18th and 19th of July this month.